I've got the 4 electric cars on sale in the UK with the longest range right here. So we've got the Ford Mustang Mach-E, which can do 372 miles, the BMW iX, which can do 380 miles, the revised Tesla Model 3 with an upgraded battery, which can do 389 miles, and the Mercedes EQS, which can do 464 miles on a full charge. But can they really go that far? To find out, I'm going to drive these 4 cars from Oxford all the way up north, see if I can get into Scotland. I'm also going to drive them until their batteries go completely flat to see what happens when they eventually conk out. What's going to happen? We're going to find out, because I'm Matt Watson and I like doing things that car manufacturers don't want me to. All these cars have a full battery. We've charged them up. My Ford Mustang Mach-E is saying that that'll get me 315 miles. It's a bit less than 372 it's supposed to have, but it is quite cold. Let's see what the other guys have got anyway. Mercedes, how much range is your car saying?
393 miles.
Tesla?
345 miles.
BMW?
303 miles.
Oh, I've got a better estimated range than the BMW. Interesting. Let me tell you the rules of this video. We're going to run all these cars in their normal mode, so the default as set by the manufacturer. We're going to do the same with the regen as well. We're going to cruise along at the speed limit. At the moment we're on a dual carriageway, so we're doing 70 miles an hour where possible. We're going to use the car's cruise control systems as well to maintain the speeds, but obviously when we need to maneuver around we'll be deactivating them, but generally on the whole we'll be using the cruise control. Another thing we're going to be doing is keeping the climate controls all the same, 20 degrees with the air conditioning on. However, we won't be using any heated steering wheels or any heated seats. That means we should have some degree of consistency between all the cars. Another thing we're going to try and do is have a consistent driving style. We're still going to make sure that we're driving normally. Right, let me tell you about the Ford Mustang Mach-E. So the range kicks off with a rear drive version with 269 horsepower and a 70 kilowatt hour battery pack. That starts from £51,000. However, this has extended battery pack, 91 kilowatt hours, and it costs £59,000. £59,000 may seem like quite a lot of money for a Ford, but then it is a Mustang, right? It's a Mustang by name only. Let me tell you about the iX. So the range kicks off at £70,000. For that you get the iX40. It's got 2 electric motors and combined they put out 326 horsepower. You have a 73 kilowatt hour battery pack which will give you a range of around 250 miles. This is the iX50. It gets a larger battery pack, 108 kilowatt hours, which is good apparently according to BMW, for 380 miles, though this one has the larger wheels, which means that the range is actually reduced slightly to 369 miles. Part of the reason for that is that it's fitted with air suspension, which is just lovely. What does surprise me about this car though is how it goes around bends, because you think it'd be all kind of like lollopy and like a bit uncoordinated, a bit like a drunken hippo, but it's not. It grips the road very well and it actually goes around the bends much better than you'd imagine a car that weighs 2.6 tons would do. It's quite expensive, this car, £106,000 starting price, but it has got quite a bit of power, 523 horsepower. We've done about 88 miles and this BMW is averaging 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour, and I've got 64% of battery remaining, which says a range of 208 miles. So Ford, can you tell me please your miles per kilowatt hour, then your remaining battery, and then your remaining range?
My miles per kilowatt hour number is 3.1, 68% of my battery remaining, 200 miles of range.
Oh, interesting. More efficient than this, bit less range because it's got a smaller battery. Okay, let's go to the Tesla.
249 horsepower per mile, which is 4 miles per kilowatt hour. I've got 235 miles left and I'm also on 68% battery.
Okay, so Tesla, its efficiency is well above the other cars and it's the one with the most range left so far. So Mercedes, what are your numbers?
317 watt hours per mile, 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour, 287 miles of range, which is 69% of the battery left.
So it seems that in terms of efficiency, the Tesla is ahead, then the Mercedes EQS a bit ahead of the Ford, and this is the least efficient in terms of energy consumption with its 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour consumption rate. It needs a big battery, doesn't it, this thing? It's time to switch cars again, so just pulling off the motorway at another service station. I've now jumped into the Tesla for the next section up north on the motorway. So the Tesla Model 3 range start at £48,000. For that you get the rear drive standard range plus, which is actually the car that I've got. I actually say I've got, my mum's got it, Anyhow, this long range version has 2 electric motors, 1 on each axle, and it has 351 horsepower. It's also got a 79 kilowatt hour battery pack. Let's do another status update. So we've done 151 miles. This Tesla has averaged 244 watt hours per mile, which works out to be 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour. I've got 47% of battery remaining and 164 miles of range left. Let's find out what the other cars are doing. So, BMW, what are your numbers?
2.7 miles per kilowatt hour, 44% of its battery remaining, 150 miles of range.
Ford?
3.1 miles per kilowatt hour, 44% battery, 123 miles.
So it looks like the Ford is going to run out first. Mercedes?
307 watt hours per mile, 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour, another 208 miles of range, 51% still remaining.
That Mercedes is doing all right. I've just done my final car swap and I'm now in the Mercedes EQS 450 Plus. Let me tell you about this car. It's rather expensive. The starting price is £106,000 and that's for this car, the 450 Plus. It's got a single motor on the rear axle putting out 333 horsepower. It's got a 108 kilowatt hour battery pack, which is the same as the BMW's. That is the usable capacity. That's what I've been quoting for all these cars because that's the amount of battery you can actually use. Obviously. The claimed range of this car is 464 miles. Well, that's if you're on the 20-inch alloy wheels, which come as standard. This has upgraded 21s, and as a result, its range falls by 14 miles. It's 450 for this car. We've been going now for 200 miles, and it's gone dark. Good old British winters. It's dark at 4:15. Lovely. This car's efficiency is 313 watt hours per mile, which works out to 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour, so it's staying pretty steady really. It's got about a third of the battery remaining and it says that's worth about 140 miles of range. Let's see how the other cars are doing. Ford Mustang Mach-E, what's happening with you?
3.1 miles per kilowatt hour, 60 miles of range, which is 24% of the battery left.
How about the BMW iX?
2.7 miles per kilowatt hour, 26% of its battery left, 83 miles of range.
Let's find out about the Tesla. Is the Tesla doing better than the iX? Has it got more range left? So Tesla, what are your numbers?
247 watt hours a mile, 4 miles per kilowatt hour, 90 miles of range, 26% battery.
Right, so the Tesla and the BMW are going to go a similar distance, and it'll be interesting to see which one actually goes the furthest. This will be going the furthest overall, but what will the actual numbers be? The range says 140, but there's a max range figure which is 20 miles more just below it. Will I be able to do the max? We're going to find out.
The Ford's just had the low battery warning light come on. Just under 20% of battery left now, 46 miles to go.
That was bad news coming from my crotch. Let's just clarify what exactly that was all about. Hello, who's that?
The Ford Mustang, and we've got just under 20% battery left. So I've got a big orange light on the dashboard that says low battery, reduce climate use for more range. 45 miles of range left.
Right, you might have to peel off the motorway soon, get yourself to a charging point or near one. This has come a little bit sooner than I thought, but maybe you'll go further than that 45 miles. We'll find out. It's pitch black now, look at this. This is the tiring bit. I'm now in some road work, so it's a 50 mile an hour limit.
The Tesla has just given me its first warning for the battery.
Really? The Tesla? So how many miles does it say you got left?
It says that I've got 56 miles left, but it's quite an interesting battery because there's more to do with the temperature outside.
What do you mean by that? So it's just been affected by the fact it's quite cold. I've got 4 degrees on my readout.
The Tesla thinks it's 3 degrees outside, and it's saying that the temperature is going to seriously affect my range and I need to recharge ASAP.
Oh dear, the Tesla doesn't like to get cold because it's from California, you know, that's why, that's a problem. We've now done 250 miles and I've got probably about 22% of battery remaining, 85 miles left of range. I'm averaging 312 watt hours per kilo, whatever it is, which works out to 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour. Let's see how everyone else is doing. Tesla, what are your figures?
246 watt-hours per mile, 4.1 kilowatt hours, 35 miles of range left, 10% battery.
Okay, 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour, that's good. How about you in the BMW?
2.8 miles per kilowatt hour, 10% of my battery remaining, 36 miles. It did flash up a warning saying I had 40 miles a few miles ago, so nothing serious yet.
And finally then, Ford, what's happening with you?
3.3 miles per kilowatt hour, 16 miles of range, 6% of the battery. So in a couple of miles' time, I'm going to dive off at the next exit.
I don't think you're going to make it to Scotland.
There's no chance of me getting to Scotland.
Here we go. There goes the Ford. Goodbye and good luck. The further north we go and the later it gets, the colder it gets, fluctuating there between 3 degrees, and I just popped down to 2.5 degrees. The batteries aren't going to like that, it's going to affect the range. The speed limit has dropped though, so we're not going quite so quickly, so that will help the range. I don't know.
In the BMW, I've just had a warning signal. All of my range readouts are now yellow instead of white, and the car is telling me I have just 25 miles before I am out of battery.
Oh dear, oh dear. Right, I think that the BMW is going to have to leave very, very shortly. Let's find out. Hey BMW, how are you getting on? How's things looking?
Still not good. Down to 3% battery and just 12 miles of range, so I'm going to have to bail at the next turn off.
How about you, Tesla?
Unfortunately, it's a similar story here. I've got 3% and 10 miles. I was hoping to make it to a supercharger a bit further north, but that is not going to happen, so I'm coming off here.
I've got 15% left, like over 50 miles. I'm quite happy. I can go further. I might make Scotland. So you two are doing very similar. It's going to be interesting to see which goes the furthest. Tesla, do you think you're going to beat the BMW?
I'm confident, and I'm going to put it down to the driver over the car.
Okay, and BMW, what's your call?
Well, if I can get this close to the Tesla in a car that's much bigger, much heavier, and much less aerodynamic, then I reckon the driving skill is sitting in this seat.
It's also got a much bigger battery and is much more expensive. So don't try and get some moral victory with your £100,000 BMW. This is just not going to happen. It won't wash with me.
Sorry, Matt, I couldn't hear any of that. I'm just going to assume you agree with me.
Like bollocks, I do. Here comes the junction, Alnwick. I'll keep pressing north. Okay, then you. No one in Scotland says that at all. The BMW is indicating. I can't see the Tesla in front, but I'm sure he is as well. I'll say goodbye for now. Oh, I've got a yellow warning sign on the battery now, look. Oh, I don't care. Let's check in with the Tesla. Hi Darren, it's Matt. I was worrying about your battery.
Well, I'm currently driving around an industrial estate with 4 miles of range left.
Have you had any more warnings or anything pop up on the dash?
Yeah, so I just had a warning that said, plan your next charge. You are almost too far from any known charging locations. So the Tesla's getting nervous.
Although you're right near an Ionity charger. Basically, it's trying to force you to use a Tesla supercharger, isn't it? But it's saying that one absolute dick of a machine. So I've just clocked over 300 miles. How many miles have you done so far?
I've done 279 miles.
A bit less than me. I wonder how far you're going to end up going, whether you can actually break the 300.
We'll find out. I will let you know whatever happens. See you later.
Let's see how the BMW's doing. Hi Nick, you alright?
All good, still going, 1% battery, fewer than 5 miles of range. I've done 279 miles so far.
That's exactly the same as the Tesla which I just spoke to. Are you near the Tesla?
Yeah, we're passing each other as we both wait to run out first.
So there's going to be a right battle between you two to see which one can go the furthest.
Yeah, and I think there's only one charger as well, so if he breaks down, he might not be getting a push from me, let's put it that way.
This is going to be so much fun. It's good to see that you're so determined to win. Anyway, I'll let you get on with it so you can concentrate and make sure that you do that.
Thanks, Matt. Best of luck to you.
I don't need any luck. I'm by far and away going to get the furthest. Here we go. Signs to Edinburgh. Getting closer to Scotland. Can't be far now. I'm about to cross into Scotland. So things are finally getting a little bit desperate in the Mercedes. I've got a tortoise icon and it says that they've reduced the performance of the drive system to preserve the battery. I've got 5 miles of range remaining, 2% battery. I still think there's quite a few miles in this, because I have done 314 miles and we've got 5 miles of, well, actually 4 miles of range remaining. We're almost at the end. Oh, there's the warning. The only way to clear it is to do this, which is bizarre. If I stop, turn the car off and on again, I can clear it. We can get going again. That could be awkward to figure out exactly how many miles we do when it conks out. Thanks, Mercedes. Thanks a lot for that. Right, I've got a solution down here. We've set up my phone with special GPS, which is measuring how far we're going in addition to the 314 miles. So if we don't have that trick computer, we can use this one and add this figure to that 314 miles. While it's saying I've got reduced performance, still let me go to the speed limit. Just don't get there quite so quickly. 1 mile of range remaining. The battery is on 1%. We're now on 0% battery. I'm going downhill now, lift off the accelerator. It's gone back up to 1. Yeah, regen. Give me some more charge. Let's eke this out. Yeah, my mileage has gone up to 2 miles. Yes, yes, every little counts. Oh, there we go, look, it's just gone over to 0% battery again. Though it's still saying I've got 1 mile of range. Okay, we've now got no miles of range left, and we've done 340 miles plus 4.5 miles, so 318 miles, let's say. This is going to be it. Oh, I might have to indicate. 6 miles an hour. 5, 4, 3. This is literally walking pace now. There's like a slight stutter from the motor. 2. Right, I've got 10 miles here on this, so 314 miles plus 10, 324 miles. I'm literally dying. I can't believe it's still going at 2 miles an hour up this hill. 1 mile an hour, 2. Can't make up its mind. This is weird. I've never had one do this before. I've actually had it where I've driven quite a few cars until they die, and they don't seem to like drag on like this one. This one really is just not willing to die completely. Oh, come on. I'm almost at the top of the hill. This is crazy. Oh, what's this? Stop immediately, drive will be deactivated. Right, it's had enough of this, hasn't it? It's telling me to stop, and it's going to stop the drive. It's giving me plenty of warning, to be fair. Oh, and that's it. It's over. The car has no more left. The warning lights came on and it just, yep, we're dead, we're done, we're finished, it's over. I'm going to call the Tesla next.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Darren, you're right, you still going?
I'm not, no.
Good.
I've had I've had to pull over because the car is come to a stop, and I've put it in park, and now it will not come out of gear, or go into gear rather.
And how long ago did that happen?
About 10 or 15 minutes, so I'm starting to get a bit chilly.
So how many miles have you done in total?
290 miles exactly. It was about an hour of driving. I'm not entirely sure the miles, because I started to lose my mind driving around an industrial estate.
At what speeds? Just like 20 miles an hour or something?
Yeah, between 15 and 30, I think.
Okay, so probably you did about 20 miles then on top. Well, I'm glad I went further than you. So the RAC have turned up and they've plugged themselves into this car because they've got a special charger on board. Now they do have the option to lift it, or four-wheel lift and tow it, but they've decided on this occasion to charge it. Get enough juice in the battery so I can drive to the nearby charging station. So I'm just waiting for it to fill up. Just look at it here, see how it's getting on. EQ mode. It's charging quite slowly. They can charge it up to 5 kilowatts. Oh, wait a minute. Paul and the Ford.
It's finally stopped.
Okay, so how many miles has it done in total?
In total, 287.9. It just gently ground to a halt. There was no alert or anything. The accelerator stopped working effectively, and then I got a message on the dashboard that said the vehicle shut off. But the worst thing was, once it went to 0, the aircon switched off, and it's 2 degrees outside and the car kept fogging up, so I've had to have the windows open.
Brilliant. Anyway, I'll leave you to push it to the charging station.
Bye.
Anyway, back to the charging. So it's currently charging at 1.8 kilowatts, which is slower than you can actually charge from that van, but it's probably because this battery is so empty. Charging at 1.8 kilowatts is going to take until 3 a.m. on Sunday morning. to fill up completely. Today is Wednesday. Right, now I'm going to check the BMW.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, Nick. Don't tell me you're still driving around in circles.
I am. I've just helped push Darren to a charging point, and we're grappling with how to open the flap on a dead Tesla, so I'm not actually driving at the moment. The car's sort of auxiliary battery is flat now, so we managed to put it in towing mode so we could push it. Now that we're here, nothing will turn on because everything's electronic. We can't open the flap. And the thing is, we had it open already when we were pushing it, but I think it timed out and closed itself. So we've left the window open so that we can still get in and out.
Really?
So as far as I know, the BMW is still going, it's still on, it was still driving when I got here. 290.9 at the moment.
Maybe you can leave Darren to sort that out, get back in your car, start driving around, and maybe you'll have some inspiration as you're going around in circles as to a solution for that.
I'll be praying to Elon.
Yeah, well, I think he's too busy with Twitter right now.
See ya, bye.
What a bloody nightmare. We've got some charge in the car, enough to drive it here to this charger. It's supposed to be a rapid charger with DC fast charging, but that's not working, so we're having to charge it on 11 kilowatts AC. Blooming annoying, these chargers, aren't they? Wait a minute, that's my phone. This must be it, this must be the call. Nick, tell me your car has finally stopped.
Matt, my car has finally stopped.
Oh, thank God for that.
I have driven 302.8 miles.
And how many miles when it was saying no battery left?
280 odd miles, so it was about 20 miles ago.
Oh my gosh. Right, well, I'm glad it's over for you and for me and for everyone. I think we need to call it a night.
I think so too.
Before I go to bed, I'm going to give you the final scores. So the Mercedes went the furthest. It managed 324 miles, which is 72% of its claimed range. It averaged 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour over the entire journey. In second place was the BMW. It managed 303 miles, which is 82% of what its claimed range is. Its energy consumption was the worst at 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour. In third place was the Tesla Model 3. It did 290 miles, which is 75% of its claimed range. It had the best energy consumption at 4.1 miles per kilowatt hour. The Ford came last. It managed 288 miles, which was 77% of its claimed range. Its average energy consumption was 3.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Now, if you want to compare all those stats side by side, just pause the video now. We've got a table for you. You can just take it in at your leisure.